I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
And you can never really count out these Los Angeles Lakers, Greg, can you?
No, I really don't think you can. They battle out of the play-in tournament. They overcome obstacles, and they have tremendous willpower.
Yeah, Dorian Finney-Smith has the ability athletically to finish near the cup, and he does so there.
And stolen by James. Doncic with it. Picked up by Brown. Back to Doncic. Shoots over Brown. Doncic, no good. We're about 1 minute into the first. Pass to White. Nice ball movement by Boston. Shoots. Money from the wing.
You have to have a quick release in the catch-and-shoot game. Otherwise, you allow the defender to catch up. Derek White's like, no, sir. I'm putting this one home.
Now, Doncic. Drains the 19-footer.
You know what? Didn't find a very good shot on that possession, but still able to get 2 points.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Hey, Kevin, briefly spoke with J.J. Redick. Now, we talked about Jrue Holiday and how he plans to stop him from being a factor out there. Coach said it won't be easy. He told me Holiday is a gifted two-way guy, but I think we can trip him up by staying on him on all times, by staying aggressive. So that direct approach is what they hope throws Holiday off his game. Guys?
Thank you, David. GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
Well, 7'3" doesn't need much of a vertical, easy finish for KP.
Hachimura, the screen. The three. Rebounded by the Celtics. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Brown outside. Back to Tatum. To the middle. Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Yeah, the evolution of Tatum as a passer is evident. This guy more committed than ever to making the right play. What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
There's Brown with the three. Hands it from downtown.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Well, this is where Dorian Finney-Smith has really come such a long way. What a transformation to a real threat beyond the arc.
To the paint, taken away by Holiday. Oh, and here comes Porzingis all alone. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Ooh, rising and punching it on the young fella. You know he loves having that much of a height advantage. Best chance to get yourself on the highlight reel.
And Finney-Smith gets it to go.
Now, Dorian Finney-Smith increasingly efficient offensively. Good feel for when to rise and fire.
Here's Porzingis. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Porzingis has got 10 points in the game.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Fires at the elbow. Jaylen Brown with the rebound. Tatum down low. And he converts the layup.
Well, there's a mix of strength and agility that Jason Tatum is taking advantage of. Nice work in there.
Doncic outside. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one is on Holiday. It's hard to believe, but Luka Doncic is still in his mid-20s. Doris, does he even have a ceiling?
That is the question, Kevin, and I'm not sure he does, because in the first part of his career, he's been all NBA consistently. And we're talking first team multiple times. He's averaged over 30 in a season. I don't think there is a ceiling, Kevin.
LeBron with the buckets.
A monster down low. LeBron James, the rare package of skill, size, and athleticism.
And here's Brown outside. Sinks the three-pointer. Brown's got his second basket of the game.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
And he has shown a terrific feel for how the defense is playing him and then taking advantage of that.
Kicks it out to LeBron. 3 seconds left. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Yeah, the defender all over.
Los Angeles shooting their 5th and 6 free throws of the game.
At the line for the Lakers, LeBron James.
And he sinks the second. Here's Holiday. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. A big-time effort for Porzingis, providing a lot of energy for the Boston Celtics. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Celtics.
Straight away, they've opened things up offensively with skillful passing, running smart plays, and just setting guys up for success.
James looking around. 6 to shoot. LeBron playing like a big man inside. It seems every season, Doris, we have players speak out on being unhappy with their role.
Well, consider, Kevin, that if you're one player on a roster in the NBA, how coveted each of those spots are, but also how competitive they are. You don't get there without that nature, which means you want to play.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, we all know the Lakers have to pound the ball inside. LeBron James says, we have attackers. That's who we are. That's what we do. We're not shooting 40 to 53s a game. We don't have the luxury of being that team. Working it into the paint, that's what we're really good at. Kevin, they play to their strengths.
They got a lot of strength. Got to do it. Thanks, D.A. You know, many see Brown as a scorer, but Doris, he's put more of an emphasis on his defense in recent seasons.
You're exactly right, Kevin. He's taken tremendous pride in asking his coaches to put him on the best offensive player. When he's the point of attack defensively, look out. He can give a lot of headaches to ball handlers.
Pass to Hachimura. Misses the 3. Celtics leading by 4. Here's Brown. He's covered by Hachimura. You know, Doris, few teams have tried to invite Brown to be a shooter. He's punished them each and every time.
And he's had to put in the work, Kevin, to make himself a legit perimeter threat. And listen, the defense has to make choices. Athletically, this is one of the most gifted players in the league. If you're going to concede anything to Jalen, it'd probably be the three-point shot.
Pass to Finney-Smith. Out to Doncic. From past the arc. Porzingis with the rebound. Left side, Tatum. Reeves with the rebound.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. And Holiday has it in the corner. Pass to Walsh. Tatum looking around. Launches a 3. Rebound the Lakers.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Hachimura. Right side Tatum. Brown wide open. He fires. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Brown's got the lead up to 8 now for Boston. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That's foul number 2 for him.
His second personal foul. First team foul.
Porzingis with the steal and pushing it up. Here's Boston. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Here's James. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. And stolen by LeBron. Down low. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. .146 left to play in the first half. In the corner, Finney-Smith with it. Just 5 to shoot. They get a hand on it. Porzingis with the steal. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Doors, some great shooters on this Boston team, but at times, don't you think they settle from the perimeter?
Well, Kevin, obviously, this is a coaching staff that puts a heavy emphasis on three-point shooting. They led the league in makes. They led the league in attempts. But obviously, your 2 best players, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, with their size and athleticism and driving ability, you want to try to find the right balance. They do a great job of that.
The screen from Brown. Over in the corner, Porzingis. That doesn't go either for Porzingis.
It's really a tale of 2 quarters. Shot it so well in the last, but this one can't get anything to fall.
And the Celtics making a change here.
Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
There's 49 seconds left in the second quarter. Pass to Vincent. Back to James. Oh, the athletic move by LeBron James.
LeBron James leaves no doubt about that one. Punches it home as soon as he gets the opportunity.
Boston making a switch here.
His first personal foul. Third team foul.
Celtics leading by 3. The 3 from Tatum. Tatum from 3.
Nice decision by Tatum. Go to the pull-up game so you don't meet the defender at the rim.
You know, it's inevitable that a player's physical abilities diminish over the course of a career. But the thing that stands out to me about LeBron James is that he never lost his insatiable drive to win. Guys, if anything, he's gotten stronger.
The feel LeBron has for the game, unreal. Whatever situation he finds himself in, he always seems to have an answer.
And here comes the break. James absorbing hits on the clock.
And that's such good work to make this a 1-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
Well, Al Horford does not mind sending a message now and then. How about that easy flush?
Here's LeBron. Good work defensively by Horford.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
Jaylen Brown has been leading the charge for Boston. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. He'll get you back to the action after this break. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Lakers trailed by 5. Now here's James. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
The offensive arsenal of LeBron James is tremendous. The ability to hurt defenses in so many ways is something else.
Horford no luck.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Pass to connect. And it's Goodwin in the corner. Here's Vincent. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. Vincent's got the game tied up here for the Lakers.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thank you very much. LeBron James is still dominating at an age where most players are well into their retirement. How does he do it? He said show up, put the work in, and then go out and trust it. I'm just trying to push the limit. See how far I can take this thing. It's me versus Father Time. Kevin, back to you.
And David, that's one you're always going to win against Father Time. Hey, thank you for the report.
It's trouble. I mean, if LeBron James is in the painted area, everybody's got to be prepared to contest. This guy too good in there.
Pass to Craig. Here's Walsh. For Boston, they have looked good at the line today. They're perfect in 4 attempts. And the first one at the line is good. He's off on the second. And Cornette gets it to go. Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, tooth and nail fight so far, guys. These sides match up really well.
That's a good one. Here's Finney-Smith. Cranes the three-pointer. Finney-Smith's got the lead up to 2 now for Los Angeles.
Wow, you don't see him left alone very often, and of course, he makes good use of it.
Pritchard gets the bucket. Knocked away. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Pass to Hauser. No one near him. Shot is good off the back rim and in. And here's James. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Trailing by 2. Connect with it. Drills it from outside. Connects. Got 6 points.
That's why he's in this league. Connect is deadly from deep.
And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit. Man, they are battling.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
Back to LeBron. Clock at 4. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. From downtown. And the Lakers hit again from deep.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Boston shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. No good on the free throw. And the second free throw, good. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. The Lakers in the lead. Here's James. It's deflected. Here's White. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
That's a good one. Oh, good on the triple. So it's the Celtics now. Here's Hauser. Nice ball movement by Boston. Here's Cornette. Second shot opportunity. And that's 2 points on the layup. Cornette's got 7 points for the quarter. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
A 3 from Morris. It's hauled in by Cornette. The Celtics with the lead.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Well, it's trying to close the quarter strong, and by that, take a great shot without giving them an opportunity for another one down the other end.
That one goes. Count it.
And I would not be surprised to see them double him up here.
Los Angeles making a switch here. And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
Here's Doncic. And as we conclude the third quarter, what a game. Neither team giving ground. Celtics lead by 3.
The Celtics, 49.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Celtics leading by 3. It's stolen by Vanderbilt. Doncic looking it over. On the wing, James. That's a good one. No good with the triple. Here's Boston now. Inside. White. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. And the Celtics lead by 5.
Well, Jason Tatum has proven he can score at the NBA level, but you want to see him share the basketball pretty fast.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Right now, I'd send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. During the break, listened in with Joe Mazzulla and his team. And he was real calm during the timeout. He was smiling when he told the team, we're up. Game plan is working. Go out there and have fun. It's always fun when you're up late, guys.
Thank you, David. And, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
A nice portion of their points have been earned at the line, and they've done an exceptional job creating havoc for the defense and getting fouled.
Pass to White. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. And that's now 6 points for Derek White.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
Here's Hachimura. Rebounded by the Celtics. Outside, White. Lets it go with a 3. That'll be Boston as it goes out of bounds. Celtics retain possession. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. The shot by Holiday, no good.
All alone from mid-range. They know he won't miss many of those.
And there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Stolen by Tatum. And now White pushing it up, and no one back to stop him.
When you are the aggressor, being assertive, very often you're going to get the whistle, as Derek White did there.
And that one falls for White. And we talk about Derek White, Doris. How impressive has his rise been?
Kevin, it's been both impressive and sometimes feels improbable. He was not highly recruited. There were no expectations on him when he arrived in the NBA. This guy has turned himself into one of the premier defenders from the guard spot, an excellent shot blocker, and so rock steady as a ball handler on the offensive end.
Shot clock at 2. Vanderbilt misses. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for Boston. They played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. And the shot is good. And the Celtics lead by 8.
Boy, what a display of toughness from Kristaps Porzingis. He's a rock down low.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
And J.J. Redick calls timeout here. He knows every possession is critical now. Here's Holiday. Nice ball movement by Boston. Shoots from the baseline. Doncic grabs the miss.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And they get it back. Pass to Hachimura. Reeves with it. White covering. Goes back up. Reeves gets the bucket. Reeves has got his first basket.
They continue to battle out there. So close to taking the lead.
Oh!
I tell you, this guy is capable of some amazing finishes. Jason Tatum, my goodness.
To the wing right side. Finney Smith. No good on the three.
Simply put, a bad shot, guys. They all know they can get a better look than that. We've got to get this guy in the dunk contest. Jaylen Brown taking flight with that insane athleticism.
Up top, Hachimura. Doncic fires from way outside. Can't connect from long distance. Tatum with it. And Hachimura picks him up defensively. Fires the three. LeBron grabs the miss. Lakers trailed by 10. Puts up a three. And that one's good. Hachimura. Hachimura's got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, this guy looking for opportunities to shot create. Rui Hachimura plays with focus on the offensive end.
White, good.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for Boston.
And they had to battle for this win. There were times when it looked like it was maybe slipping away a bit, but they never let that happen, which I thought was a real credit to them.
And that's a product of their mental toughness. Anytime the flow of the game turned against them, instead of caving, they just dialed it up a notch and were able to pull away.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Jason Tatum.
He just looked like an orchestrator out there. His teammates kept running to the open spot, and he found them time and time again.
Excellent read by Finney Smith. Boy, has he improved his passing ability.
Tatum, that's for two. And slam dunk by Tatum. That gives him the double-double. 11 points and 12 assists.
Spirited performance. You love to get this kind of win, especially on the road.
You've got to be able to block out all distractions in enemy territory. This team did a tremendous job staying focused on the task at hand.
Here's Tatum. Brown outside. Hits it from three-point range. Brown's got the lead up to 12 now for the Celtics.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
WTF. Yo, what's up, guys? It's your girl Alwa.
Hi, everyone. We're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. On the sidelines, it's David Aldridge. Back to Anunoby. And Anunoby slams it in.
Oh, and how about squeezing the orange as tight as he could there before the stuff?
Yeah, no way he's going to lose that thing on the way up.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Pass to Bitadze. Back to Wagner. And here's Banchero, guarded by Tucker. Just 5 to shoot. And it's Wagner missing.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
GA, when you look at the development of Franz Wagner, what now is the next step for him?
Kevin, for me, it's the three-point shooting, specifically becoming more efficient out there. And I also think he's going to have to become a better passer, ball mover. I got total confidence he'll get there because the rest of his game is complete.
Stolen by Caldwell Pope. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, GA. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Here's Bitadze. And that one is good from Suggs.
Bigger than your average guard, Suggs can score all around the floor, including down low.
Right side Towns. Kept alive. And there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. Towns has got his second bucket.
I just love the determination on that backboard. Coming out of the gates really, really strong.
Well, that'll make his coaching staff smile, showing them his impact from the get-go.
Now here's Brunson. Paolo Banchero unable to get his last shot to go in. Bridges outside. Back to Towns. Down it goes. His third basket. He's now 3 for 4.
And we just saw Cat at his best, pounding the paint, finishing near the rim.
Driving the lane. 2 points. That one goes.
Well, he knew he had the size advantage to dominate the defense there. Go right at him.
Towns down low. He has 6. Now Brunson. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And Brunson, a very physical player, someone that understands how to bait defenders into fouling.
GA, as you know, Jalen Brunson is a second-generation NBA player.
Yeah, his dad, Rick Brunson, was an 11-year vet who also played overseas and eventually settled in as a coach in this league. So Jalen grew up in those NBA locker rooms. When Banchero gets in tight, that's how he likes to finish. No layups for this big guy. He's all about the finish.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, as always with Tom Thibodeau teams, they are level-headed. He said of his Knicks, we want guys to sacrifice and put the team first, but there has to be that belief. When your best players have it, your entire team ends up having it. We know if we stay disciplined, we'll have a chance to win. Kevin?
A very good chance, DA. Thank you. Knocked away. Suggs with the steal. And Suggs throws it down.
Get up, Jalen Suggs. This guy also a terrific football player in high school.
Now, here's Anunoby. Here's Towns. He's 4 for 6 from the field with that miss. The Magic trailed by 4. Here's Suggs. And Mikal Bridges pulls it down. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. And here's the fast break. Suggs leading the way. The Knicks leading by 4. To the paint. Anunoby. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
And the all-around game of Towns can score it, rebound it, as well as pass the ball. So skilled at his position.
Caldwell Pope outside. Here's Bitadze. Good D by Anunoby. Right side Towns. And so it's New York with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance.
16.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And looking at what we've seen from the Knicks so far, what do you guys think?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, we're not surprised by this. These guys work hard, and they are physical.
Although they were eliminated in the first round, last season was a success stand for the Magic.
It sure was, Kevin. I don't think many people had them even making the playoffs, but they fought hard, pushed the Cavs to 7 games, and gained valuable playoff experience.
The Knicks leading by 4. Bridges inside the three-point line. He trains the quick shot. Bridges got his first points of the game.
A capable shooter from all 3 levels, and Bridges put the smooth release.
Here's Suggs. He has 6. Wagner from long range. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Wagner's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Back to Tucker. New York moving it around. Here's Brunson. Brunson being aggressive.
And you can tell Brunson has been well coached. He knows just when to call for that pick and roll.
Takes it inside. No one near Banchero as he lets it go. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
Yeah, showing off that ability to stretch the floor. Seems like everyone is a threat at the arc these days.
Pass to Bridges. Good on the shot. Bridges got 4 points this quarter.
Nimble inside play by Bridges, working his way to a close-range shot.
Suggs. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession.
Well, that's an unforced error. If you want to drive your coach crazy, that's the way to do it.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. We've heard talk about players not heaving up a shot at the buzzer to protect their shooting percentage. Have you run into that at all?
Oh, Kevin, that definitely happens. Players are concerned about all of those numbers, shooting percentages being one of them, because they become a factor in contract negotiations. But they have to realize, number one, you've got to do what gives your team a chance to win. And number two, with all the analytics, teams separate out what they call heaves at the end of quarters. Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they want him taking.
And the shot will not go from Anunoby. Isaac outside. It's tipped and stolen by Wright. Here's Hart. Off target with his 3. The Magic trailed by 6. And that's an intentional foul.
really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Isaac a screen. Sweet little floater. Suggs has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And this is a guy who is really comfortable with the ball in his hands. Suggs so dangerous in the pick and roll.
And it's Towns missing. And talking about the Knicks, GA, do you feel they took a step forward last season?
I do. I mean, losing in 7 in the conference semis with all the injuries they had, that really kind of set them back. They ended that game 7 with the Pacers missing 4 of their starting 5. So, no doubt, expectations will be high.
Down low. Here's Isaac. And Isaac throws it down.
Yeah, you gotta push Isaac out of the paint. Once he's got that.
And it's a great finish!
Oh, my.
Oh, my. Karl Anthony Towns with a little extra emphasis on that one.
Now, here's Suggs. 8 points for him. Pass to De Silva. Clock at 4. A three-pointer off the mark.
Well, that's a shot the defense felt like they could live with, and it worked out for them that time.
Here's McBride. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. McBride's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. To the left wing. Caldwell Pope for 3. Rebounded by Hart. And so it's Hart who brings up the ball for the Knicks. They lead by 4. Here's Wright. Doesn't go for him. Here's Ben Carroll. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Knicks lead by 4. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. The Magic trailed by 4. Here's Black. Pass to Isaac. Robinson with the block. And now here comes Wright, leading the break. Off target from outside. Here's Black. And it goes out of bounds. That went off hard. And Carter has it in the corner. Orlando moving the ball around. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Carter's got the first bucket of the third here for Orlando.
Bully ball at its finest there. Carter Jr. brings a physical presence to this team.
Here's Towns. Pass to Wright. Wants to get it to Robinson and does. Back to Wright. Shot clock at 6. To the inside. Robinson misses.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Well, there's a unique profile for Wendell Carter Jr. Tremendous rebounder and shooter, and now he's playing on a pretty good team, and he's a big reason why.
He sure is. Look, he's really big at 6'10", 270. All right, top 20 in the league in rebounding and effective field goal percentage. Can shoot the 3. Great blend of size, skill, and toughness.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. He wants to talk to his guys. And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. He wants to check in with his team and regroup.
Get ready, everyone. See yourself on the screen. Give yourself a round of applause.
Brunson with it. He has 6. Anunoby outside. Picked by Bridges. 6 on the shot clock. And the foul called on OG Anunoby. That's his first foul.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Pass to Harris. And there's the call on Miles McBride. That is his first foul of the game. Here's De Silva. Here's Black. Once again off the mark, Orlando. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Jalen Brunson is a very cerebral player. He says he focuses on the little things. The attention to detail has made the game a lot easier. I know what I'm capable of. So as long as I keep working on my craft, keep the same mindset, only good things are going to happen for me. Kevin, back to you.
Good stuff, David. Amazing how far he has come. We appreciate the report. Brunson with a clean look. New York, no good that time either. Well, Coach Van Gundy, you spent a number of seasons with the Orlando Magic franchise. And looking back at that time, what stands out?
Well, Kevin, what stands out for most coaches and jobs, we actually won a lot there, and the winning stands out. I coached a great group of players, inherited not only talent, but guys of high character. It was winning, and it was fun.
We did a lot of winning down there.
We did.
That shot wide open. Harris has got his first 3 points of the game.
As the lead continues to grow, this is just heady, sound basketball.
Well, that third quarter is when you want to increase your lead. Really building it up before that final quarter.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Well, this is a spot where you have to be able to go to your leaders. They need to step up and make a play to turn things around.
And here's Brunson outside. The three-pointer is right on target.
And some well-needed scoring. He stops a 13-0 run by the Magic.
Pass to Wagner. Harris outside. And looks like the pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
And it's out of bounds to the Knicks as New York retains possession.
Checking in for the Knicks. Number
1:15 left in the third. Magic leading by 6. Pass to De Silva. Good ball movement here by the Magic. Wagner on the wing. Trying to find Wagner and gets it to him. Here's De Silva. 6 to shoot. For 3, Harris buries the long-range jumper. Harris has got the lead up to 9 now for the Magic.
Well, when you give him room like that, just expect it to go in.
And Wagner's got the ball here for the Magic. Pass to Black. Harris inside. 6 points for him. And it's good for 2. And now it's an 11-point Magic lead.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
27 seconds left in the third quarter. Tucker off the mark there with the three-point shot. Here's Orlando now. They're on an 18-3 run. They get it back. Pass to De Silva. Wagner outside. 5 on the clock. Shoots over Bridges. And so it's the Orlando Magic. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the
32.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. You coach Stan at various levels for 30 years. How has the transition been to the broadcasting business?
Well, Kevin, it's been great because of people like you and because I'm undefeated.
Right. But you miss the aftermath when there's at least a score sheet. There's a scorecard that says win or loss.
I do miss that. There's no question. I miss the competition. I miss the camaraderie of building toward a result. But I've started to get some of that in broadcasting as I've gotten to know my partners better.
Well, it's great being your partner.
Likewise.
Hey, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Orlando?
Well, their passing has been just exceptional, and it's opened up the floor for them on numerous occasions.
Back to Towns. It's in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
And this is what Towns is capable of. He's an incredibly gifted offensive weapon who can score at all 3 levels.
Pass to Bitadze. The Knicks pull it in.
I don't know what happened there. About as easy an attempt as you could possibly ask for.
And there's the foul. It's on Towns. That's his first foul.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
We've played just over 1 minute here in the 4th quarter. Pass to Bitadze. And it's off from 3-point range. Knicks trail by 12. Towns with it. Towns is doubled. Now, here's Bridges. And here's Payne. Back to Towns. Clock at 6. New York needs to get off a shot. And here's Brunson outside. The shot missing.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Hits the 3-point bomb. Caldwell Post got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Towns for 3. Rebound by Paolo Banchero. Orlando leading by 15. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That is his first foul of the game. On defense, New York. Pass to Bitadze. Misses the 3. Knicks trailed by 15. Suggs with the steal. Wagner, right side. Now Banchero. They set the pick. 6 on the shot clock. That one goes in. Banchero's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Oh, the defense puts contact on Banchero inside, but he just bullies right through it.
Here's Brunson. Over Suggs. Banchero grabs the board.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down. Try to get some easy ones.
Right side Towns. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Banchero outside. Back in 2022, the #1 overall pick was Paolo Banchero. What do you think of his game?
You have to love his game, Kevin. I mean, handles the ball as a big guy at 6'10", makes plays for other people, scores, gets to the free throw line. All-star game in his 2nd year. And on that team, he has really, really looked to defend. This guy's future is bright.
And their coach is another guy from the Seattle area, right, who has come on the NBA and star.
There have been quite a few of them.
One of the best 3 and D wings in the league. Let's start with OG Anunoby. who excels from the corner.
And Kevin, about 45% on quarter threes the last couple seasons. So OG can space that floor horizontally. That's in addition to his elite defensive ability.
Magic leading by 16. Deep two from Wagner. Softly drops in the floater.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort. And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Magic.
And they're fully in control now, but there were some tense moments, I thought, for them throughout this game.
Listen, they certainly weren't coasting, despite what the score looks like. I love the way they came together, though, when everything started to look a little dire and really put the hammer down.
A very solid win indeed. And when you check out the box score, there were some great numbers for Jalen Suggs.
Well, just a fantastic job of distributing the ball. When you're able to see the floor like that and take advantage of what the defense gives you, it's huge.
An impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It's certainly felt from the head coach all the way down.
For three, Caldwell Pope. Payne grabs the board. New York with the ball. From past the arc, McBride's shot is off. And here is Suggs. Takes the three. Yep, it's good. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin.
Faye. The Lefakio 3 is crazy. Yeah. Sorry guys, this will be a dub.
Thanks for joining. Joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. I'm Brian Anderson, along with Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg, our reporter, Allie LaForce. Here's Brunson. From about 19, connects, the jumper drops. Grant, one thing these teams have in common, they are great at rebounding the basketball.
Oh, yes, they are. I mean, it'll be A battle down low. Boxing out is vital, and second chance points may just decide this game.
Here's Bridges, following the score by Milwaukee. Pass to Towns. Out to Bridges. From deep three-point range. And out of bounds. The Bucks will take it. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
I was able to talk with Doc Rivers for a minute, and we discussed Mikal Bridges. Coach said Mikal creates a lot of problems with his movement off the ball. He keeps the defense on its toes. You can't allow him to get into a rhythm. And he also praised Bridges' on-ball defense. He'll be the focus of their game plan tonight.
And Allie, thanks. Tucker with a screen. Pass to Towns. Lopez with the steal. And they're pushing it up. Here's Antetokounmpo. And that was good. Antetokounmpo's got 6 points.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now here's Brunson. And there's the drive. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Brunson's got his second basket.
Inside Brunson is pretty deadly, just dropping his shot in.
Well, Grant, all the high hopes Knicks fans have had in recent years, they have finally come to fruition.
Yeah, it really was good to see the Knicks have a great campaign last year. From the players to the coaches to the front office and the fans. They've pressed all the right buttons.
And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Lillard deciding where to go with it. Antetokounmpo with it. Picked up by Tucker. And there's the basket. And the whistle blows. Chance at a three-point play here. Going to the line for one. And Clark, Giannis is an endearing player in many ways. Which one of his dad jokes is your favorite?
Tell you what, B.A., I can't pick out a favorite, but I love the fact that he's got such a great sense of humor and a sense of being comfortable in his own skin. That all comes out when he interacts with the media and fans. He doesn't take himself too seriously, and I think that's why so many people love him.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. Popping in on the layup. 10 points for him.
Boy, the overwhelming strength of Giannis just excels at fighting his way through the defense. Very impressive.
Here's Anunoby. Towns, right side. Bridges outside. 6 to shoot. Pass to Tucker. Over Lillard. Kicks it out to Anunoby. No good from outside. And he stays with it. Now Brunson. Back to Anunoby. Goes back up. Basket is good. Off the assist from Brunson.
Brunson with a sixth sense. I mean, always knows where his teammates are.
And so it's Lillard who brings up the ball for the Milwaukee Bucks. .125 left in the first quarter here. Here's Antetokounmpo. 5 on the clock. The Bucks need to get up a shot here. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. New York trailing. Tucker with a screen. To the middle. Out to Bridges. Six on the shot clock. Back to Tucker. Oh, it's blocked. It deflects off the backboard. And it's all tied up.
Yeah, filling out the defense, Tucker gets the look he wants from mid-range.
Pass to Lillard. Here's the three. Towns with a rebound.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Bridges outside. The three is up. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
Oh, productive from back there. Bridges showing the range.
Smith outside. Antetokounmpo outside. Clock at 6. To end the run. The shot, no good. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. Knicks out in front, leading by 3. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in a moment. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. All right, before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Knicks?
Well, it's simple. When you can dominate the boards at both ends, you can control the second chance touches.
And, you know, their rebounding advantage has been glaring, simply outworking them on the boards for that entire first quarter.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Kyle Kuzma the last few seasons has been pushing his scoring over 20 points per game. He said, I'm showing the league that I'm not just a role player. Having a leadership position and getting better every single game, that's what I care about. I want to keep elevating. Brian, high hopes.
Just the 27th pick back in 2017. He's having a dynamite career.
Big Cat says, take that.
The Bucks trail by 3. And Mikal Bridges, still one of the better wing defenders in the league, Grant.
Yeah, he's so great at pestering a shooter. Good lateral movement and wingspan makes him hard to get around. He might not be the best in the league, but he is well above average.
And New York has possession. Down low. Powered down after the assist led him to the lane.
Just such good vision from Brunson. He's able to spot a guy ready to attack.
Antetokounmpo outside. Oh, Giannis working inside.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Pass to Brunson. Nails it from 3. Brunson's got 7 points in the game.
Pretty much the second Brunson gets the ball, he's into motion, and that's how it's done.
Back to Antetokounmpo. Tipped away. Now Smith. Covered by Towns. Here's Antetokounmpo. Oh, it's blocked by Towns.
But that means Towns is going to get his fair share of block shots. There's no doubt about that.
New York making a switch here. Knicks leading by 6. Brunson surveys. Banging his way through. Jalen Brunson.
Now, he may only be 6'1", but Brunson plays much bigger than that. I mean, he plays with a physicality.
Here's Antetokounmpo. The layup off target. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for New York. They lead by 8. Biggest lead of the game. The kick out to Brunson. Hart from long range. Sinks the tray.
One of Hart's favorite shots there, guys. Excellent recognizing when he has the room to pull the trigger.
And Grant, the combination of Giannis and Lillard, one of the most fearsome pick-and-roll tandems the league has ever seen.
You're spot on, B.A. You surround them with shooting, and you have the makings of an offensive juggernaut.
And Anunoby gets it to go.
He made the most of that opening, teaching the defense a lesson.
Pass to Trent. And the foul on Josh Hart. That's his first foul. Milwaukee making a switch here. New York on D. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter. Stolen by Anunoby. New York leading by 12. Three-pointer, Bridges. Here's Towns. Pass to Hart. Second shot opportunity. And the jumper is on the mark. Hart's got 5 points.
You know, confidence is a big part of success in the NBA, and when Hart is assertive like this, it helps him get going.
Now here's Lillard. He's scoreless. Lets it go from deep. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
His playmaking is something to watch. Threading that pass right in there.
Antetokounmpo outside. And a nice finish on the layup. Antetokounmpo's got 4 points in the quarter.
Another night we see Giannis at his best. This defense doesn't have a clue as to how to guard it.
Pass to Brunson. Inside goes Brunson. And he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on it.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. Over to the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. To the paint. Here's Antetokounmpo. Off target at the rim.
Well, you got to miss sometimes, but that one seemed like a gimme.
And so it's New York in command with a 13-point lead at the end of the quarter. How about the way they've attacked the paint? This throwback approach is paying off. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Well, Clark, as we know, player comparison is a popular exercise among fans and analysts alike.
Yeah, I've never really ascribed to that, but in this day and age, I think it's even more unfair to do so because the game has changed tremendously. I mean, three-point attempts and scoring averages are way north, in large part because of the pace of play. So the game has changed, and that means when you're comparing players, it's a little harder to do in a fair manner.
Shot clock at 3. Lopez, the screen. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Knicks leading by 13. And here's McBride. To the inside. Robinson gets the bucket.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Miles McBride. That's his first foul. Lillard right side. There's contact, but Lillard slips through.
Lillard is tough in there, muscling that one home.
Well, Clark, Lillard's scoring isn't what it once was, but he's still a major threat from outside.
He sure is. I tell you what, he's got such great range and such command of the ball and his body. He can get the shot he wants more times than not. And he's actually gotten better, I think, when he's working off the ball. You still have to be very much aware of where Damian Lillard is when he's on the court.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, the Bucks creating an elite tandem last season, pairing Giannis with Damian Lillard, who said people want it to just click right away, but when you put two guys together who have always had the ball in their hands, it's going to take time to learn how to play off of one another. It's about making sure we continue to grow. B.A.?
That's a good perspective, Allie. Thanks. Now here's McBride. Yet to see a basket. Hart from long range. And again, New York with the triple.
He does not lack for confidence, and he shouldn't. I mean, this guy's a dangerous scorer.
And he hits it and gets hacked. A three-point chance here if he can convert.
Boy, for such a young player, the razor-sharp focus of Antetokounmpo, really impressive. I mean, a muscular guy who still makes baskets despite getting hit in the process. He's not wide, but he is muscular.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
Second free throw, no good. Well, Clark, this Bucks roster is loaded with veteran talent, but their window for another run won't last long.
No, those windows don't last forever, especially with so many young teams around the league on the ascent. The Bucks may want to take a page from them and give some of their younger players a chance to grow and contribute.
Here's Shaman. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. New York shooting their third free throw attempt of the game. Bucks trail by 19. Lillard with the ball. 5 points in the game. And he converts the layup. Lillard's gotten 4 this quarter.
Gotta like that attacking mindset of Lillard. I mean, very confident in his ability to score and finish inside.
Now here's McBride. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. It's hard on the wing. From outside the arc. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Portis outside. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo. And that one goes in. Portis has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Screen by Robinson. Pass to Shaman. McBride with it. Fires the 3. Knocks it down from distance.
It's turned into a showdown here. Dueling from distance.
Looks to me like there could be something personal taking place here.
Second personal foul. 14 foul. Substitution on the court.
And there's a minute 45 left in the third quarter. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Fast break, New York. Here's Brunson. And he goes in for the dunk.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Now here's Brunson. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin of the game. A minute 9 left in the third quarter. And the Knicks getting another bucket right there.
And, man, you got to appreciate how efficient Brunson is. I mean, he takes and makes high-percentage shots.
Pass to Lillard. Now here's Lopez. Antetokounmpo looking it over. Stolen by Bridges. Outside Tucker. Oh, got a piece of it. Portis with the steal. Here's Lillard. Uses the glass on the layup. Lillard's got 9 points.
Well, look, I mean, great anticipation on one end leads to points on the other.
Boy, there's not much defense available once a steal is made. That's the best time to attack on the break.
That's tipped. Bucks trail by 19.
If they take their time, this will be the final possession of the quarter.
Yeah, they've got to hold for the last shot here.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. Here's Portis. Back to Antetokounmpo. 1 second left. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's New York. Up 19 points as the quarter.
52.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. Knicks leading by 19. Now Brunson. The shake. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Here's Milwaukee. Pass to Kuzma. And off the glass. That one's good. Kuzma's got his first points of the game.
Boy, Kuzma's such an impressive player, able to dial it in from these in-between spots with relative ease.
Inside, Anunoby. Towns for three. Counted from distance.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Outside Anunoby.
I got yours. I got yours.
Oh, and makes it with the kiss. All right, a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Knicks.
Phenomenal work on the defensive end so far. That stands out the most. They've made it their mission to block shots and make things hard for the opposition.
Now here's Tucker. Pass to Anunoby. To the paint. And the basket by Bridges.
Yeah, relentless worker. Bridges, so tough inside.
Kuzma for three. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound.
That's a look he couldn't pass up. He just couldn't get it to go.
Shot from the top of the key. Here's Anunoby. Back to Brunson. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. It's on Kevin Porter.
An aggressive pump fake move by Brunson, pulling the defender in close.
Well, I don't think anyone predicted that Jalen Brunson would become the player he is today, Grant.
Yeah, that's for sure, B.A. Or he definitely wouldn't have been a second-round pick. He's a hard worker, a competitor, and an elite offensive player.
Pass to Towns. Tucker with the ball. Back to Towns. Shot clock at 5. Tucker up top. No one near him. Rebounded by Trent.
He has to make that one. I mean, you have to make the defense pay when they slough off of you like that.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on P.J. Tucker. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Antetokounmpo. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to go on Mitchell Robinson.
And, you know, at almost 7 feet tall, Antetokounmpo is dangerous down inside, really. I mean, the defense has to be physical with him if they want to have a chance at preventing him from scoring in the paint.
Well, Grant, they say early in Giannis's career, he had to work not just on his game, but his attitude.
And that's true, B.A. It wasn't a bad attitude. He just lacked an edge. The ruthless mindset that all great players have. But, man, once he got that edge, he never lost it.
And the Bucks pushing it up now. Trent from long range. New York leading by 23. Here's the teardrop. And Achua with a lay-in.
There's a touch of artistry to the floater. Takes feel as much as skill.
Here's Antetokounmpo. And he drops it in from the low post. Antetokounmpo has got 5 points now in the quarter. And the call will be against Bobby Portis. That's his first foul of the game.
It's just a bad foul. Gotta be smarter than this.
Straight frustration right there, and I agree with you. Self-control of your emotions, a must-have if you're going to play winning basketball.
Antetokounmpo outside. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Antetokounmpo has got 10 points here in the second half.
And he can take over in a nanosecond. I mean, once he catches fire, it's difficult to squelch it.
Here's McBride. And he nails the jumper.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Knicks.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Jalen Brunson.
Gotta respect the leadership he showed today. Made great reads and distributed the ball accordingly.
Outside McBride. Back to Robinson. Left side McBride. 40 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
Now here's McBride. Five to shoot. New York needs to get one up quick. The timer ticks. Robinson can't hit. Now here's Trent. Knocked loose. It's stolen by Hart. And so it's the Knicks taking care of business in this one. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, B.A. It was in enemy territory. They controlled the game and took the crowd completely out of it. That's how you win on the road.
And that about wraps it up. Alongside Hall of Famer Grant Hill and Coach Dan Van Gundy, this is Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce joins us from the sidelines. Here we go. And the Spurs start out with the ball. To the paint. Here's Wembanyama. And the dunk by Wembanyama.
Well, Victor doesn't have too far to go. I mean, he just pops up to the rim. Makes it look so easy.
Right after this game, I'm in a slump. Bet.
All right, Stan, what's your take on this very youthful San Antonio Spurs roster?
Well, Brian, they've got the guy guy to build around. They're very exciting to watch. They've been gaining momentum. They're coming together as a unit, as a roster. And look, this team's got a chance to be very good together.
Pass to Castle. Shot clock at 6. Fades. Wembanyama, no good. Here's Milwaukee. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Moments ago, Greg Popovich and I were able to chat. We discussed the elephant in the room, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Coach said we'll look to build the wall as best we can, but Giannis gets better at beating it every year. All I'm really asking from my guys is their best effort against him. These are reasonable expectations from a coach for his squad.
Appreciate the report, Allie.
The incomparable length. I mean, Giannis with those big strides and the reach to finish against anyone.
Puts the move on, and it's finished off inside by Wembanyama.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Portis for 3. Oh, can't get it. Misses his first attempt. To the inside, and it's Fox with the jam.
Even though he's just 6'3", Fox can really get up, including slamming it down in style.
And about 2 minutes into the first quarter here. Here's Portis for 3. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Down low. Here's Wembanyama. Oh, Wembanyama throws it down.
The VA, when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. And here's Lopez from the arc.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
Grant, when you talk about De'Aaron Fox, what an exciting player.
That he is, and just now entering the prime years of his career. We've seen him make great strides the last few years, and it's scary trying to think just how much he can still improve. I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
And the lead just keeps changing hands.
5 times already, and we still haven't gotten out of the first half.
Pass to Wembanyama. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Portis.
He was all over that pass. That's a cautionary tale.
Yeah, and you know they're tracking the tips and deflections because that tells you who's affecting the game.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. Give him 8. Oh, and the jam by Giannis.
Beyond belief. I mean, such a creative talent. And I'm not surprised to see Giannis get flashy on the finish.
Back to Fox. To the middle. Here's Wembanyama. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Wembanyama's got 8.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
That was a good look from the mid-range. He'd like to have that one back.
Oh, Wembanyama throws it down.
Well, if you're going to let him get that close to the rim, that's what's going to happen. Leaving no room for error with the slam.
Pass to Lopez. Misses the layup. San Antonio leading. Up top, Vassell. Hasn't got one to fall yet. Oh, Wembanyama throws it down.
And the offensive skills of Wembanyama are a huge part of his high value. And nice to see him delivering. And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Out to the right wing. And another miss by Milwaukee. Spurs lead by 5. No question, this offense has some firepower.
And they're looking very confident in all that they're doing right now.
And De'Aaron Fox picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second team foul. Substitution.
There's 18 seconds left in the first. Trent on the wing. And And no good. The dry spell continues. Inside. Here's Mamukelashvili. It's good. The assist that time from Paul.
They're really settling into a nice rhythm now, starting to gain the upper hand.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little bit.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Well, that's exactly what's needed when you're trying to turn things around.
And so it's Victor Wembanyama making things happen for the Spurs. Dominating on the glass. What?
60.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1/4 of action so far. What do you guys think about San Antonio here in this one?
They are looking engaged so far, especially on offense.
Yeah, and that's helped them get the lead. But we'll have to see if they can sustain this offensive output.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Damian Lillard last season becoming the 51st NBA player ever to cross the 20,000-point threshold and the 17th fastest to ever do it. He said it's a great accomplishment and a rare space to be in. I'm like, man, I might be able to get 27 or 28,000 if I can stay healthy. Ryan, I wouldn't put it past him.
Yeah, me either. Thanks, Allie. And Grant, the combination of Giannis and Lillard, one of the most fearsome pick-and-roll tandems the league has ever seen.
You're spot on, B.A. You surround them with shooting, and you have the makings of an offensive juggernaut.
The Bucks trail by 8. For 3, Smith. That won't go. Misses his first shot of the game. Paul with it, and Lopez picks him up. Paul looking it over. To the inside. Ooh, stolen by Smith. Pass to Lopez. And it's Lopez with the jam.
Talk about strength and athletic ability. Lopez can maneuver against his opponents down low. Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
Yeah, I'd consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there.
Outside Johnson. Picked up by Sohan. Pass to Mamukelashvili. Driving to the basket. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Mamukelashvili's got 6.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
Out to the wing. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. They pinned that one on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
The first one falls. And, Coach, it seems there's a move to cut out some of the cheap fouls in the game. This notion of, if you wouldn't call it on the playground, why do you call it in a game? You like to see where it's going?
Yeah, look, there's sometimes where I think we'd get a better game if the players do what they did in pickup games, Brian, and just called their own fouls. A lot of these cheap fouls would cease to exist. I think there's just got to be a better recognition from referees on what really impacts a play and what doesn't.
And he's really got some speed. Vassell saw the hole and took off.
And the basket by Trent.
Love to see that kind of activity. He just makes things happen.
And Giannis Antetokounmpo picks up that foul. That'll be a second foul of the game. And about 3 minutes played now in the second quarter. And it's Vassell penetrating. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Oh, going up there. Vassell showing off his hops.
Coach, as you know, two-way wings like Devin Vassell are a hot commodity in the NBA these days.
Yeah, Brian, he's got good defensive instincts. He's got great length. and offensively a pretty good three-point shooter, but his main weapon is that mid-range jump shot.
Ooh, stolen by Smith. Elbow shot. No good off the back of the rim. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
Well, they're playing with great pace, pushing the ball up the floor and attacking before the defense can get set.
And Doc Rivers calls timeout. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. That's good from Paul. Stan, one of the most impressive streaks in sports history. The San Antonio Spurs, one of the smallest markets in the NBA, making 22 consecutive playoffs.
Yeah, and Brian, there's nothing that I respect more than consistent success year after year. I think it's harder than having that one great year. What San Antonio did in those years is incredible.
And they had a great sideline reporter out here, too.
Good-looking guy.
And Doc Rivers calls timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. What 11 left to play in the second quarter. Pass to Lopez. Green for three. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board. Here's San Antonio now. They're on a 17-5 run. Here's Paul. And he buries his first look.
They've settled into this game.
I just won again. I'ma quit. Send the invite.
You can see the offense is on fire.
Yeah, and that is key for them. Continuing to build out this lead.
And another miss by Milwaukee.
I'm not sure how he's going to explain that shot later.
Yeah, you know, back in the day, you'd be taking a seat. Now, unfortunately, it seems like we see too many ill-advised shots.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. To the paint. And that one's good. Green.
Bell Parkway.
It's Eastern Conference time for the traveling Atlanta Hawks today.
Here we go.
We're in Miami for some Heat basketball. This hometown crowd ready to go. I'd like to welcome you to the NBA on 2K Sports. Along with Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and our sideline reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. And Adebayo throws it down hard.
Oh, and Bam taking flight.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. And Eric Spoelstra, the head coach of the Miami Heat, receiving a record 8-year, $120 million extension. They got some big dough.
It is. Ever and remains coaching for the only NBA franchise he's ever worked for. Already one of the most tenured head coaches in the association, and that figures to continue for a while.
And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. He wants to talk to his guys. Here's Atlanta now. 4-point game.
Larry Nance Jr.
Young looking around. Pass to Daniels. Just 5 to shoot. They get the rebound. Capella. Second chance shot. And he hits the jumper for 2. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. Pass to Robinson. That's in, coming off an assist from Adebayo.
Now that's his specialty right there. His confidence firing off the catch is remarkable.
Johnson for 3. Knocks it loose. It's been a quick start for Miami. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, D.A.?
Well, I was able to catch up with Eric Spoelstra a few minutes ago. Now, I talked with him about the challenges of guarding someone like Trae Young. Coach said, as soon as he crosses half court, you got to be on him. I told our guys, no separation. Of course, this defense will have to be very aggressive if they hope to stop Trae. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. From deep three-point land.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
Back to Burks. Takes the 3. And the 3 ball is good.
So many things that Adebayo does as a big man, but it's that passing skill that really separates him.
Pass to Capella. Wiggins outside. Now here's Adebayo. 6 to shoot. Back to Wiggins. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
In the corner, Daniels. Good ball movement here by the Hawks. Johnson for 3. Capella. Great positioning on the putback.
Not a lot of plays drawn up for Capella, so his energy and involvement come from that kind of activity there.
Over in the corner, Hero. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. And with this era of the Atlanta Hawks, Greg, they've gone as far as their defense has let them.
You look back at their conference finals run in 21, that was the last time they had a top 10 defense. So scoring's never been the issue with this core, but defense has been non-existent.
The shot by Adebayo, no good. Pass to Nance. Lets the three fly. Miami grabs the miss. Now here's Adebayo.
And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they love to run. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
That one good for two.
Well, with a big guy, a little bit of physicality can go a long way. He got inside that time.
And a wide open look here for Wiggins. Cans it from downtown. Wiggins has got 5 points so far. Pass to Daniel. Fires from deep. They grab their own miss. The Heat leading by 10. Adebayo down low. Down low. And Adebayo throws it down.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. You know who that was.
And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guy. .36 seconds left in the first quarter. To the inside. Daniel. Here's Okongwu. Pass to Rizashea. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. The Heat leading by 12. Adebayo high post. And Wiggins throws it down.
He makes that look so easy. Andrew Wiggins up and down on the alley-oop.
Daniels with it. LeVert from outside. And they get it. And it's wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. You guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Heat?
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
And the foul on Andrew Wiggins. That is his first foul of the game. And so it's Atlanta with it, down by 12. Now Okongwu, no scoring in this one. Shot clock at 2. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Hey, Bones, what do you think is a part of the game that some casual fans don't really understand that well?
Well, Kevin, outside of the contest right here in front of us, let's think about the long schedule that teams are dealing with. How many times that coaches employ different lineups and strategies so that by the end of the year, they have optionality in what they can do on the floor.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Bam Adebayo talked about how his mentality has evolved over his career. He said, shoot the ball. I feel like that's been my evolution. It sounds very simple, but I came into this league as a defender. I feel like the progression's been shoot the ball, worry about everything else later. Kevin?
Certainly, DA is a two-way threat. Pass to Daniel. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. The Hawks shooting their second free throw attempt on the night. And no good on the technical, so unable to pick that one up. And Dwayne Wade is the first Heat player to be honored with a statue. And Greg, that's pretty significant for a very successful franchise.
And Kevin, well-deserved, right? D-Wade, the best player in franchise history. He helped bring 3 championships to the city, plus he's already got a street named after him.
In the corner, it's Wiggins. And the 3 off target. The Hawks trail by 14. Here's Ricochet. The putback. And Adebayo sends it back. Here's Burks. No good there. Great D that time from LeVert. Ricochet wide open. The Hawks again can't hit. The Heat leading by 14. Adebayo. And Capella sends it back. Adebayo with the ball. 9 points in the game so far. Up top, Okongwu. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Pass to Daniel. The putback. And it's Miami with the rebound. Adebayo down low. Hero on the wing. And again, it's the Heat missing.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from 3-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
A solid passer at his position. LeVert excels at finding his teammates when they're open.
Outside for Robinson. No good from outside. The Hawks trail by 12. To the middle. Here's Capella. It's Adebayo with the rebound. You know, Brent, when you wonder why GMs take a risk on project big men, Bam Adebayo is an example of why they do just that.
Yeah, Kevin, it's not always about the project working out. It's about teams that have a plan for the project. And certainly Miami was able to do that. We have to credit Bam. He put the work in. The guy has been solid. He's an all-star. He's continuing to improve, and he gives you everything on both ends of the floor every night.
Stolen by Robinson. Adebayo with the ball. He's picked up by LeVert. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Outside, Hero. Good on the 3-point shot. Hero's got 7 points.
And you could tell Tyler Hero has put some hours in shooting the rock.
Aston Yang. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. Miami leading by 17. Robinson up top. Back to Adebayo. Outside Robinson. That one falls coming off Adebayo's feet. 7 points in the game.
They have a good plan going right now, and they're starting to create separation.
The game plan might have been good, but you have to bring it together. Right now, their chemistry is something to be admired.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them, thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
Sinks the 3-pointer. Young outside. That 3 off the mark. Outside Robinson. A shot by Burks. Nobody around. And so it's Miami sitting on a 21-point lead to end the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We'll return shortly. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. And the Hawks have been part of the play-in tournament 3 consecutive seasons.
Yeah, since that run, Kevin, in the 2021 conference finals, it has been tough sledding for Atlanta. They've really been stuck in middling in that 7 to 10 range, which is forcing you to play some tough opponents in those early rounds. They have not overcome that.
6 on the shot clock. Tries again. Rebound, Atlanta.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it. He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Miami no good on that time either.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Adebayo down low. And Burks is good for 3. Burks has got 9.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on him.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitive.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance. That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
Young, no good. And so Adebayo will bring it up for Miami. Looking to get it going. It's tipped. It's stolen by Capella. And now the fast break. Matthews with the ball. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, we all know about what heat culture means. Bam Adebayo says we share the ball, play together, and we know where the shots are going to come from. We're just blessed to have a team like this. Everybody buys in, everybody competes, and everybody wants to get the job done. Kevin, back to you.
They've got great chemistry. Thanks, David. And Reza Shea, the prototypical size and skill for a wingman.
Yeah, he's got some jelly to his game. Handle, touch. At his size, that becomes very tough to contain. He's got a nose for the bucket. Reza Shea ready to go once he got it.
Wiggins from outside. Rebound, Atlanta. Back to Young. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. 5 on the clock. Screen by Niang. Burks with the steal. Over in the corner, Hero. Heat moving the ball around. And here's Adebayo outside. Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor.
Too much to worry about with Bam when he's in the post and on the elbow making plays. And now he's making threes. Wow.
Reza Shea. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
That's a shot he's going to bury, especially when left open.
There's Hero with the 3. It's hauled in by Clint Capella.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Miami leading by 18. Kicks it out to Wiggins. From past the arc. That's in, coming off an assist from Adebayo. Wiggins has got 10 points.
Good to see Wiggins out there from the corner. Just great rhythm on that 3.
Young from outside. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. And here are the Heat. A 21-point lead, the biggest in the game. And a wide open look for Hero. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Here's Reza Shea. Capella. And it's Miami with the rebound. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Over in the corner, Hero. Takes a 3. Drills the three-pointer. 10 points for him.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And here is Mitchell. Pass to Ware. Three-pointer. The shot by Mitchell, no good.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
Back to Capella. Young from outside. Hit the tip. Jaquez with the rebound. Mitchell outside. Jaquez outside. Back to Mitchell. For the three. They get it back. There's the three. Good on the triple. Mitchell's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for Miami.
Defensively, you can't afford to give him that kind of look, especially down this many points.
Teachable moment there. Lapses like this are backbreakers.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Heat.
And they're playing beautiful basketball right now, racking up the assists by playing so unselfishly, just finding the open man.
Buries it from three-point range.
3 points.
Young's got 9 points now in just the second half.
And that corner three isn't a huge part of Young's game, but his accuracy can make it work.
Launches a three, and Ware pulls it down.
It's been a struggle all night long from deep, but doesn't seem like he's lost his confidence. He's still letting them rip.
Here's Jovic. Fires the three. He can't get it to go. The three. And Trae Young hits from deep. Young's got 7 now in this quarter.
This is Trae Young's specialty. He's just going to stretch out the defense.
There's the triple. Drops in the tray.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Pass to Highsmith. On the wing, Jaquez. Mitchell outside. Back to Jaquez. Clock at 6. For 3. Good D by Matthews. Back to Johnson. In the corner, it's Capella. Cloak loose. Young outside. Pass to Johnson. No good on the three. And so here is Miami. Beyond the arc. Highsmith's shot is good. 1:52 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Capella. And here's Johnson outside. Hits it from three-point range. Johnson's got his first 3 points of the game. From the arc. And again, Miami with the triple.
Remember when big men shooting threes were as rare as a Sasquatch, and now those big guys are everywhere.
Johnson outside. That's in, coming off the assist from Young.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Heat.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Bam Adebayo.
He did it all tonight, making an impact with more than just his scoring. How about the fact that he got a triple-double?
Jaquez can't hit. And the Hawks with possession here. Three-pointer, Daniels drills it from outside.
3 points.
On offense, here are the Heat. Jaquez outside to the paint. Fires for three. Sinks the triple.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
And here's Mitchell from the arc. Rebound by the Hawks. Here's the three. The rebound by Johnson. Outside Matthews. Gets it to fall. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. They won this game going